All right. Yeah, so hi everyone. Yeah, I'm excited to be able to talk about what we're doing with cloud storage and how we can help you move faster by leveraging our cloud services. All right, so one of my favorite slides I like to use. So, today's the least complicated day we will ever have, right? Sad, but very true. And to add to it, we have more choice than ever. Our hardest choice in storage used to be which massive device or devices do we choose to meet every single one of our storage needs. Now we have a ton of options and configuration options just in the native cloud storage offerings. But that can now be an advantage because we can now choose what storage option is best for the data set or each application. And because there's so many options and so many ways to implement storage, we usually end up choosing what we thought would be good, but it typically doesn't meet our changing needs or those changing requirements, right? And the great thing about cloud is it's an environment for constant optimization. But it's extremely difficult to optimize the cloud native storage. And I'm sure if anyone's had to change their storage performance characteristics or resize cloud storage, you know what I'm talking about, right? You know those pains. So we're a new cloud-focused Netapp. This is our CTO, Jonsi. And we purchased a small company out of Iceland that really reshaped our business and moved us ahead at an unbelievable pace. The reason we've been able to out-innovate is because we use our own cloud products to develop our cloud products. And this has changed everything we do, right? And we'll continue to move faster and release even more products and features faster than anyone else. I love this quote from Jonsi, right? We've delivered more products in the last 18 months than Netapp has delivered in the last 25 years, right? And that really says a lot about what we're doing in cloud. And IDC has taken notice. They say enterprises moving performance-sensitive workloads to public cloud should consider Netapp's cloud service offerings to improve cost and performance for their cloud workloads. IDC estimates that spending on public cloud file storage grew 153% annually last year. So that annual growth rate is a clear indication that companies are migrating and deploying their business critical file-based apps to public cloud at an astonishing rate. We have customers in 110 countries across every vertical, but here's 3 examples of companies that Netapp has partnered with to manage data in the cloud. The first one here is SAP. SAP customers are getting to market faster because of the HANA Enterprise Cloud, HEC. It runs on Azure Netapp files. Their customers require flexibility, stability, and the lowest possible cost of ownership, right? I think we're all searching for that. And next is McKesson. They actually deliver a third of all medication used in North America. And they moved their data to public cloud to improve touch points and lower response time. And finally, Wuxi Nextcode. They're a genomics company, and they help to improve, their mission is to improve health and support wellness, and they've got tons and tons of data. They were actually able to complete a previously impossible calculation in 45 minutes using Netapp Cloud Volumes. I think our biggest differentiator in the market is that our products are managed and deployed through your cloud provider's console. And we give you file services for Windows, Linux, and for both Windows and Linux together, right? Which is pretty unique. And we're everywhere that you're going right now or will be in the future. So I'm going to talk about 2 versions of our Cloud Volumes product. The first is Cloud Volumes on Tap. We have customers that have used Netapp's ONTAP software before and customers that have never used Netapp or never heard of Netapp using this. And we've taken our software from our enterprise appliances and re-architected it to be optimized in cloud. It's true cloud pay-for-use model. You can bring your license. It's extremely flexible. You choose your types of disks and the size of volumes. And it takes about 25 minutes to deploy in either a single availability zone or across availability zones, which is huge. When I talk to users, they tell me their favorite things are the enterprise storage features that are not natively available in cloud, like point-in-time snapshots and clones. And you get dedupe for data footprint reduction. And when you're using ONTAP, data movement becomes an absolute breeze. And you can easily enable a CI/CD process and rapid recovery options for DR. So the beauty of using Netapp in cloud is that you get all the benefits of enterprise file storage combined with the speed and flexibility you get in the cloud. Use SnapMirror if you're a current customer from on-prem storage into AWS, Azure, or GCP, and you now have NFS, iSCSI, CIFS storage at your disposal. We also offer a product called Cloud Manager, which lets you configure and manage your cloud volumes on any cloud and also your on-prem storage through a single pane of glass, which is very slick. The next Cloud Volumes version is called Cloud Volumes Service. Think of this as Netapp's ONTAP provided as SaaS and supercharged. So imagine having the best features from Netapp along with the highest performance in cloud, and you don't have to manage or administer a thing. You log into your cloud console, you provision as many volumes as you want or need. You get to choose your desired performance or service level, but you're not locked in to that performance or service level. And this is perfect for anything that needs either consistent high performance for like databases or data sets that need different performance levels at different times. Let's say you have a data set that you do analytics on once a month and need extreme performance while you're running it. You don't have to move or copy the data. You can automate that data volume to change service levels to the highest level you need for the minimum amount of time that you need it, right? This is changing IOPS on the fly. In the last presentation, we heard John talk about Black Fridays and different things. We constantly have new needs for dynamic performance levels. You get snapshots, clones, and you get API access to change the service levels. This means this is kind of a whole new paradigm here. Like what your applications can determine their storage needs. So if you think about that for a second, like what if your apps could control their performance needs, right? This is the highest level of maturity in the cloud. Example workloads best suited for Cloud Volume Service, all proprietary enterprise or line of business apps dependent on file storage, too costly, too old, or too risky to refactor that need to move to cloud. SAP environments have key dependencies on file storage and high performant file storage, which is perfect. Media rendering, oil and gas analytics, and this is a perfect place, perfect persistent storage for containers and Kubernetes. Another advantage of Netapp's cloud service is data tiering to blob or object store. This is completely automated and you have full control over how and when data is tiered. I mentioned earlier WuXi Nextcode. You can imagine how much data they're working with, sequencing genes and the genomics piece, and they were able to reduce their footprint and cost using tiering. And this is an incredible cost savings that they're able to use to do more in cloud. And this is something that you'll be able to use that savings to do more with. We're in a super unique place. We offer the most crucial enterprise data management features across every cloud, whether it's public or private. And we're both where you are now and where you want to be. And I've done a lot of cloud consulting over the last decade, and managing storage across multiple clouds is extremely risky and difficult. And most IT teams don't have the skill sets to manage all the different feature sets of every cloud. And Netapp's Cloud Volumes gives you that seamless experience everywhere. Okay, so we're a leader in cloud, and obviously I can say that, but it doesn't make it true. This list does make it true. We're in 6 of the top 10 healthcare companies, 8 of the top 10 banks, 6 of the top 10 industrial companies, and 8 of the top 10 tech providers, 6 of the top 10 retailers. We partner with them to meet their cloud needs. I want to give you a quick glimpse into our future. So we're calling it Project Astra. It's the future of managing applications and data together as it should be, while allowing total flexibility. It's designed for managing application and data portability with Kubernetes. So with Astra, you'll finally be able to achieve data-rich application mobility on-premise and in the cloud. Here's a diagram of how it works, and it's a SaaS service, of course. You register your Kubernetes cluster with Astra, and now you're able to back up and restore an application. You're able to take application consistent snapshots, and you're able to clone an application. It also allows you to move or restore applications into a different Kubernetes cluster in a different region, in a different cloud, or a different on-prem location, right? So this is a game changer. We're very excited about it. And finally, you can get started today with the cloud products I talked about, and more cloud products. We have quite a portfolio now, by going to cloud.netapp.com, and you can read more. And it's also a portal where you would log into the cloud manager I talked about, and get started and log into the clouds you use and get going. So that's it for me. Thanks, Ron. Thanks,
that was a good, quick overview. The key thing that I see when AngelBeat runs these virtual seminars or live events is that storage is incredibly evolving. Whether or not you're adopting a hybrid approach, you've got to worry about integrating on-prem storage with cloud-based storage. If you're going to multi-cloud, it's even more complex. Remember, you've got data at rest, data in motion, data in use, data stored on-prem, maybe for latency or regulatory considerations. Then you've got different tiers of data that you're dealing with. So all these vectors of complexity make it very difficult. But the great thing about what Netapp can do is they can work with you. They understand what each one of the public cloud providers does, whether or not you're hybrid cloud or multi-cloud, and then figure out a way to make sure your data integrity is maintained. And also you've got the best cost-effective approach. You may not want to use relatively expensive cloud-based storage for data that can be archived that doesn't need the easy accessibility. These are some of the things. We'll be glad to put you in touch with Jeff and his experts there at Netapp to help you understand these critical issues.